Alright, we've tried to do this multiple times, but let's go ahead and do it again. Also, I'm going to remove that out of the window so it's not moving around in the frame, distracting y'all, because I know with TikTok and everything else, y'all's attention spans are non-existent. And I know this because mine is. I was mentioning earlier, this week's vlog, I want to talk about kind of like some simple money strategies that I've incorporated within my life over the last 10 years or so that have really helped me out, that might help you out as well if you're a single father. Maybe, you know, you are a single dad and you feel the weight of having to support a child by yourself financially, as well as all of your own bills. You know, I think, you know, a lot of times we hear about single mothers and the financial burdens they're under, but a lot of times what people don't think about or realize is fathers, a lot of times, you know, now in today's economy, most people, the male and the female, or most partners, both work full-time jobs or have incomes or whatever. But yet we still see that then after divorce, men have to deal with all the same financial whatever as women, and a lot of times more, in my opinion, because they have to spend more on lawyers and stuff to fight to be an active part of their kids' lives than women do. But on top of all of that, they also have the added expenses of alimony sometimes. You know, I know it depends on how long you're married and stuff, but sometimes, but then as well as child support if you're watching this, single dad, if you have children with a woman. And it's really, you know, it's not talked about enough how much dads, you know, aren't able to, or how much more they struggle financially with these added burdens on top of all the normal financial burdens that every single person has that are single, whether you're a male or a female. I don't know why it's a whole, you know, oh, single moms have all these financial difficulties. Yeah, so do single dads. Even if you have 50-50 custody like myself, I still pay, in my opinion, an astronomical amount of child support compared to income levels of both myself and my ex-wife. You know, when I have my son 50% of the time, I'm paying 50% of all the bills, hospital bills, school fees, etc., etc. You know, that's all part of the court order as well, is that I still have to split all these expenses 50-50, but then I still have to pay child support. And again, that's with also 50-50 custody and visitation of my son. You know, probably 99, we'll say at least 95% of the time, again, I'm talking the whole world, 99% of the time, mothers are still going to end up being the primary caregivers or the primary custody winners of children, which is sad, because the data, which nobody wants to talk about, actually shows that that children do much better in single father households than they do in single mother households. You know, Derek, where's the studies? No, quit being a lazy ass and go look it up yourself. It takes 2 seconds to fucking Google something. So yeah, so, you know, if it wasn't for these systems and stuff I've had in my life, I never would have been able to fight for my son like I did. I mean, the amount of money that it cost me, and I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I'm hurting now financially, and I don't mean hurting as in like, can't afford food and stuff. I mean, I have a good paying job, but I just mean all the bills from it, that I can't even imagine what I would be going through if I didn't have all of these strategies and stuff in place before all of this happened. So again, that's what we're going to talk about this week, and get into, and hopefully, like I said, it'll help some of you single dads. You know, I'm always looking for new topic ideas and things like that, so let me know. All right, let me get off here and pick up my boy because I miss him. I'm excited to see him. I can't wait to see him. You have a good day at least? I can't see you, chicken. That's the problem. Like, are you saying, yeah? Be careful, I don't jab you in the throat, bro. Are you saying yes or no? You had a good day. I can't, huh? Bubs, I can't see you, I'm driving. Okay, whatever, never mind, it's fine. Never mind, it's fine.
Look on the camera.
I can't, I'm driving, I gotta look where I'm going. I got cars turning.
Look in the mirror.
Bro, oh great, good, awesome, dude, I'm so glad. I had to get a video of my two boys snuggling me. I'm one lucky dad. I was thinking I could record a little segment of the vlog talking about budget when it comes to saving money. As a single dad, I think that's the first step that a lot of people miss out on. But I just realized these are blocking it, and I don't want to remove them because I need them while I'm waiting in line here. So And I don't know if I like it cutting off all the frame and casting a shadow on my face and all that. So I'll just have to do it later. Anyways, so to go back to what we were talking about with the budget, you know, kind of the first step that I think you need to take if you're trying to get your money under control as a single dad is a budget. You know, too many people are afraid of a budget. I don't know why. I don't know where a budget got such a bad name from. But honestly, all a budget is it's just you paying attention to where you're spending your money. You actually taking a couple extra seconds when you spend money to jot it down into a specific category so that you can then see how much money you're spending in these different categories of your life, and you can adjust your spending if needed to optimize it better for the life that you're trying to create, or to save up for the financial security stuff you're trying to save up for, whether that's a rainy day fund, whether that's vacation, whether that's getting into investing, whatever it is you're saving from or saving for. It just helps you learn how to allocate your money and stuff better between these different vehicles. And it's kind of hard to really do anything financially until you really start to understand your financial situation. Once you start to understand your financial situation by, you know, keeping a budget basically. You know, back in the old days, you know, everybody used to keep a checkbook and you would literally track every single transaction that came in and out. Now, I still recommend going through your bank statements and tracking that and making sure everything looks good. But in terms of budgeting, you don't need to go that specific. You know, I'm actually a fan of, you know, the whole KISS strategy, keep it simple, stupid. And so for me, what this looks like is it's just an Excel sheet basically inside of Notion. I use Notion for all my note keeping, and it's basically an Excel sheet that just has the different categories of my life that I do spending in. You know, so it might track like my utilities, and those might be broken out, so it might be like, you know, natural gas, you know, electric, automobile gasoline, you know, sewage, etc. And then I would track kind of what the average is for those, and that would kind of be my budget for those. Some categories, like, you know, like going out to eat, I just have dining out as a category. So, you know, anytime I go out to eat, whether it's fast food or dining in somewhere, I don't know why, but that notification just made me jump from my phone. But dining in somewhere, that all goes under the dining out category. And so I track things by categories in my life and then can adjust the budget that way. And that's what I would recommend for most people. Again, I think the important thing, especially if you've never really kept a budget, is just trying to keep it as simple as possible and just understand, don't be too hard on yourself about your spending at the beginning. Really just think of it as like an information gathering tool, and that you're just trying to look at what you're doing with your money, and you'll figure out the rest of it kind of later. You know, and just kind of start from square one and work your way from there. So, you know, that's definitely the first step I think you need to take when it comes to, you know, kind of setting up strategies to win as a single dad. I mean, anybody doing anything with their financials needs to have a budget, but it's even more important for a single dad, you know, who's trying to make ends meet with just a solo income. So, and most of the time with the solo income while also still paying alimony and or child support. So yeah, it's tough out there for you single dads. So I get it. Then we're also going to talk about next, what we're going to talk about after a budget. Once you get done with a budget, I think the next important thing is developing an emergency fund. So that's what we'll be talking about next, is kind of how much should you save, you know, what should be your goals around an emergency fund, and then we'll see how those go or whatever.